Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win, you find a way to lose. Like, subscribe, become a member. Follow me on all social media platforms and leave that donation for that fried rice and chicken wings. Yo, man, Keyshawn Davis. The businessman is out here, traveling around, trying to grow his profile, sparring a bunch of people, just having a little bit of fun. But it looks like he's ready to get back to business, man. You know what I'm saying? And he has locked in a fight with Nahir Albright, the rematch. Can you believe that? Yo, Nahir Albright buzzed him when they first fought. Took care of his brother, gave Frank Martin all he can handle. And now he's about to fight him. There's something special about Nahir Albright. So for him running it back, that tells you that he wants to erase all doubt. Probably wants to come out here and get revenge for his brother. But even if you thought Keyshawn won the first fight, some felt it wasn't dominant enough. Albright showed toughness, and Albright is earning these paydays. It's just like Jermaine Franklin up at heavyweight, earning them paydays. You know what I'm saying? But Albright, to me, has more of a chance to win the fights he's in than Jermaine Franklin, the chances that he had to win the fights he was in. But Albright is a problem. If you sleep on Albright, he will beat you. So I think the rematch is about control and for Keyshawn to make a statement. If Keyshawn dominates, he levels up. If it's close again, they're going to say that fight Keyshawn had against Jermaine Ortiz was a fluke. But the questions will start, and Keyshawn can't afford that. Now, we'll see how that fight goes. But, man, I was surprised to see that he made that fight. But at the same time, everybody else seemed to be busy. It seems to be hard for Keyshawn to get a fight. He doesn't seem to care about titles, so he probably decided he's just trying to do the business. He'll be fighting at home, so he knows the people are going to turn out, so he'll make some good money. But anyway, I just want to put that on y'all radar because I think that fight is going to be even more competitive than it was the first time. But Keyshawn did look special against Ortiz, but Nahir Albright, his confidence should be through the roof right now. You know what I'm saying? Through the roof. He fought Keyshawn, very competitive. Fought his brother, beat him. Fought Frank Martin to a draw. Many people felt he deserved that win. But the bottom line, businessman's looking to get back to business. And I don't think the fight's going to be as easy as what some people are saying. Now, Devin Haney. Yo, is he overpricing himself? Couldn't make the Ryan Garcia fight. Couldn't make the Rolly fight. What the hell is going on with Devin Haney? You know, to me, he's at a tricky point right now. He did the business with Brian Norman Jr. To me, he landed the shot, right? But boy, if that shot would have never landed, but it doesn't matter, it did. What direction would the fight have gone? Devin's a big name. He's got high skill, but he's not a massive pay-per-view draw, but he wants massive pay-per-view money. So now the talk is, Devin's asking for too much. When you start looking at a fighter who is not able to make fights, you got to stop and say, if your price is greater than your draw, you get left behind. And Devin can't afford to go without another big fight. He got to keep the momentum going. He can't end up like Floyd Schofield Jr., who had all the momentum after getting Tevin Farmer out of there in the first round. Devin Haney did the business against Brian Norman Jr., and now he's here in a holding pattern because it sounds like he wants more money than what maybe he really deserves. Now, I do think fighters should put the business first and get paid. I'm telling you right now, get your money. Wu-Tang Cream, cha-ching, ching, dollar bill, y'all. But at the same time, if you aren't fighting, listen, it's got to be either business or miscalculation. So with Devin, I don't know what it is. But right now, my boy's 0-2 for negotiations. I don't know who he's going to look at fighting now because Ryan's going a different direction. Rolly seems to be going a different direction. And Devin he seems to be out there in the breeze trying to look for the biggest opportunities possible for the most money. And I don't know I think he's going to run into a wall. But we will see. The problem is Devin isn't a big draw. Devin's not the kind of person you fight me to make the most money you made in your life. That's not Devin. If you fight Devin, it's going to probably be the most frustrating fight you ever had in your life. Because Devin's going to frustrate you. He's going to outbox you. He's going to out-compose you. And he's going to find a way to get to a decision, and you're going to take a loss. You have to get a W. But we'll see what happens with him. But I'm just wondering now, why not? Why not fight Ryan? I understand talking about, the testing, and why not fight Rolly? I know why they ain't fighting Rolly, because they know Rolly can knock their ass out. But we'll see what happens with Devin Haney. Now, Caroline Dubois and Terry Harper, I've been talking about them a lot. I'm telling you, that shit done got personal now. When I see Terry Harper, man, putting her elbow in Dubois' face over and over, I was like, yo, there's some physical tension here now. And Dubois looks really uncomfortable at times, but she says she's going to make Terry Harper pay. She's going to make her pay when they fight this Sunday, man. I just think it's some psychological warfare where Dubois didn't come out on top. You know what I'm saying? Because I noticed, I'm like, Dubois doesn't look fully settled. You know what I'm saying? She looked a little bit Sesame Street. And I think Terry Harper got under her skin. And Terry Harper's a big girl, man, so it creates a dangerous narrative. Is Caroline Dubois rattled? Is Harper getting to her? Is Dubois going to get in the ring, trying to look for a knockout and go all out? And then all of a sudden Harper catches her with some shit? All I know is this. Caroline Dubois can't afford to lose because she's not supposed to. If she loses, all bad. All bad. But that's what happens when you want to come out here and be the bully and kind of follow in Clarissa Shields' footsteps. People now dislike Caroline Dubois. If she loses, they will celebrate. And I think she'll be devastated because deep down at her core, she's not rotten. She could tell she's a nice, good, genuine person. She's not rotten. She's just a fighter. But she's become a bit more aggressive and doing some things that are a bit more controversial that I don't think was necessary for her. But one thing for sure, it's worked because it got everybody talking about it more than ever, right? So we'll see what happens this weekend, but I will be going live for that. Now, Shakur Stevenson. Is Shakur Stevenson the best in the world? Everybody, after that Tszyu performance, they're like, Shakur's the best fighter in the world. They're like, he's the most skilled. He's the best fighter. Everybody need to look at him. Everybody need to study him. Crawford been saying it forever. Ward been saying it forever. Now you got, goddamn the guys in the UK, Hamza Shiraz, Chisora. You got everybody talking about him. You know what I'm saying? But here's the debate. Shakur, skill-wise, yeah. He's that guy. Excitement, that's just debatable. But that fight with Tszyu was exciting. But still, it's debatable. Resume, he's still building that resume. Several divisions that he's been able to become a champion in, but he's still building that resume. But I don't think it's his fault. He wants to fight. He wanted to fight all them guys. I do think he dropped the ball by not taking a Devin Haney fight at 135 when Devin Haney was undisputed. I mean, you get a chance for one fight, 4 belts. It's one fight. I say one. You kill 4 birds with one stone. You know what I mean? One fight, 4 belts. What the fuck? But he did what he thought was best for him, and he's still out here doing big things. So, I just think the question about it, where everybody right now is saying he's the best fighter, he's the this, he's the that. He deserves all that. But for me, it's like, is he the best fighter or is he the best technician? There's a difference, big difference. But I'm not arguing either way, you know what I'm saying? But to me, it's more towards the technician side. You know what I'm saying? Now, Alexander Usyk, to me, he may be the best fighter out there. Crawford's already retired, so, Bud doesn't count. But Usyk, if Usyk would have fought Mike Tyson, what would have happened? Prime for prime. It's about Usyk, his movement, IQ, endurance, Tyson explosive, destruction. Could Usyk survive early? That's everything right there. If yes, he could probably outbox Tyson late. Who would have won the psychological warfare? Who was mentally stronger? And I think that would have been the difference. So if Usyk if he couldn't avoid Mike Tyson, the fight would be over fast. Especially Mike would go to the body, and he threw combinations. He wouldn't just be trying to land one shot. Mike threw combinations. So Usyk could be up shit creek. But if he could survive that bull rush, yeah, he'd probably outbox Tyson. Because he'd move and kind of just chicken peck and coochie coo and tickle him right to 12 rounds and get a decision. But that would be an interesting fight because I see some people saying Usyk would have beat Mike Tyson. I can't even hit him with a don't take it to the stupid. I'll just say we would never know, right? Now, Wilder and Chisora, they're fighting this weekend. We've been following Wilder, all the craziness that's been going on, man. And then I think we've concluded that Wilder's just grieving and he needs some help. But does he have a chance against Chisora? Yes, he does. He's got the right hand. He's telling us that he's okay, but we're not sold. But the reality is the power's still there. But you know what's there with the power? The distractions, the inactivity, what seems to be questions about his confidence. With Chisora, the pressure's there. He's durable, comes forward. He's got decent head movement, Joe Frazier style. If Wilder doesn't land early, I'm telling you, he's going to get uncomfortable. He's going to get uncomfortable inside that ring. Now, speaking about getting uncomfortable, anybody who lives in Texas, especially Dallas, y'all probably got the pucker factor going on right now at Earl Spence locking in his next fight with Tszyu. Tszyu just got to win this weekend. If he wins, they already said they're going to announce Tszyu versus Earl Spence Jr. Now, that's a huge fight. But Tszyu, man, with Pedro Diaz, I'm telling y'all better put some respect on Tszyu's name. Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. People still out here disrespecting Tszyu. You better look at those fights with Fundora and look at what Fundora did to Thurman. There's something special about Fundora. That's all I'm going to say. I don't see how anybody can come out here and keep sleeping on Fundora and counting those losses to Fundora by Tszyu, counting them against him. But with Tszyu, he's going to bring pressure, he's going to bring power, he's bringing IQ, he's more composed, he's boxing better. And Spence is just skill and experience. But I don't know what else Spence is going to bring. I don't know. We don't know what he's going to look like. You know what I'm saying? Because his condition post-recent fights, shit's a question. We don't know what we're going to get from Earl Spence, so got to wait and see. Just like I'm waiting to see what happened with O'Shaquie Foster and Ray Ford. They finalized that fight. Think it's happening in May? Well, I can't wait to see that one, man. Ray Ford can scrap, but so can O'Shaquie. That's one of them 50-50 fights. I'm leaning to O'Shaquie, but Ray Ford can really fight. When I say I'm leaning towards O'Shaquie, that's like a 51-49 to me. That shit is so close. I'm glad they made this fight, and I hope they're making a bunch of money. I mean, this is high-level shit right here. Foster, slick, defensive, Ford, aggressive, explosive. Matter of fact, Foster is slick, defensive, aggressive, explosive. Ford is slick, defensive, aggressive, explosive. Pure boxing chess match, folks. Might be one of the most underrated great fights that we've had in the history of boxing. Those guys get busy. Like, that's the one right there. I'm telling you, that's the one right there you don't want to miss out on. But boxing right now is full of questions, pressure, big personalities, risky matchups, and almost every fighter mentioned here, they got something to prove. So let's see what's going on. Anyway, more to come. Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.